Welcome to The Hump. Today we're talking about revolution. Welcome to The Hump, everybody. I'm joined today by Meg.
Hi.
Rock and roll legend Clint Braddock.
G'day.
And the wonderful Sophie.
Hello.
All right. Welcome back to The Hump. All right, this week we are talking about revolution. Revolution can be sudden, it can be an uprising, or it can be an endless cycle of renewal and rebirth. And that's sort of what we see. I mean, what are we seeing? Where are we seeing the industry going at the moment? Are we going to see a change back into more sort of like rock and roll, away from EDM? Now, some people say that the dance music festivals in the States are starting to shrink. They've had their huge peak, with their massive stages and explosions and lasers. And reports are saying they're actually starting to get smaller.
And come back to a real rock sound.
Yeah, and some of the music's starting to sound a bit rock too. I've heard a few things that actually sound more like rock music, but are made with synths and stuff like that. What are you seeing out there, Clint?
I think with bands, yes, definitely. But with venues and that subject, no, I don't think it has gone full circle again from everyone having bands to having virtually none. It's sort of stuck there and it hasn't gone full circle.
Okay, what do you think we need to do to push the revolution along?
Well, that's how long's a bit of string.
Actually start paying for music, that would probably help.
Yeah, definitely start paying for music.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And see more live
See,
shows too.
with the opportunity, and the venues there to do it, yes.
Where we can.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to go and pay to see live music if there isn't any to pay to go and see.
Yes, if there's no venues.
If it's only like $200 shows and no $10 shows. Yeah, I mean, I've got a friend who lives in Toronto, and the amount of things he always emails me and tells me about all the bands he's going to see, and it's like $10-15 to go and see acts that'll be $100 if they come down here, and we just don't have it. I don't think we've got the population, but
it's not just the big bands. It's just like the local bands, or just up and coming, or even those that are discovered on the TV shows and things like that. It's just like, get out there. There's so many places, and then that's just a whole other subject of insurances and things like that. But everything old is new again. Like it comes around. It goes around. It'll be electronic, then it'll be rock, and then it'll be something. Horses for courses.
I've got a wacky prediction. I've been hearing some stuff I heard some stuff that sounded like thrash metal, but done with synths. And like the same kind of screamo vocal, but for musically it was exactly the same. They're playing these riffs, but they're doing it with synths. I reckon soon someone's going to figure out, hang on, I can make that kind of music with a guitar. And they're going to pick up a guitar and they're going to completely reinvent the wheel.
And it's a whole new sound.
It's like, look, and if we get a real drummer, and look, it sounds just like electronic music.
And the new kids will be shocked.
You're a genius.
I could be.
Seriously.
That could work, couldn't it?
Never been done before.
I give it like 3 years. I reckon we're going to see that somebody's going to reinvent music, and then find out it already happened 30 years ago.
Well, I hope the next big trend is talent.
That'll
That'll always be in short supply. All right, we'll be back after this.
The Mackie DL32R is a powerful 32-channel digital mixer, completely controlled wirelessly from Mackie's intuitive Master Fader iPad app, freeing you to get in the mix like never before. The Master Fader control app is where everything happens. It's the most intuitive control app on the market, proven at more than 2 million live shows the world over. Download Master Fader for yourself to see it in action. Thanks for watching.
CX Brand Power, We help you to buy better. We scour the internet for all the best biased mudslinging about one brand's superiority over another and put it all together into one hate-filled rant for your convenience. Save time and money on product research with our simple guide to why everything is terrible and everyone else is wrong, which we make from the purest sources of uninformed opinions on pro-gear forums and Facebook pages. We filter out all traces of perspective and common sense so you can know with confidence that no matter what you buy, you're an idiot.
The Martin Mac Axiom Hybrid is an all-in-one product, combining beam and spot into one compact unit that also offers diffused wash functionality. It outputs 16,000 lumens wide and 14,000 lumens narrow, with a continuous zoom range from 2 to 44 degrees with no beam or spot modes. It has an independent 16-slot colour wheel, 2 gobo wheels, 9 rotating and 16 static, with animation effects integrated into the fixed gobo wheel. Independent 3 and 8 facet prisms with unique patented dynamic prism lineator, zoom effect, a beam smoother for flat field projection, and a frost for wash effect. The implementation of the Mac Viper CMY colour palette gives designers the advantage of unlimited choice, from subtle pastel shades to deep and saturated colours. Welcome back to The Hump. Now, speaking of revolution and people refreshing music, on the panel, who do you think is up and coming? Who do you think is somebody you've noticed that you'd point out that they're a good one? You should have a listen to what they're doing.
I'm hopeless. I'll listen to something and then the name will go in and out. So my head's full of gyp rock dust, and if I can't be found at Bunnings, I don't know.
But you know the song. You can
but I
sing
know the
it.
song.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like,
Same.
oh, hang on, that might be the Jezebels again because I've heard that song again. But they're apparently old, so so am I.
Okay, Clint?
Sure. Well, bands I've discovered recently, Five Finger Death Punch would have to be one of the best I've discovered, and bands like Pop Evil and Muse, even though they've been around for a while, wow, they're reinventing the guitar all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, Sophie, your picks?
Gang of Youths. I'm not sure if you guys have.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Yep, playing at Splendour at the moment, but yep, upcoming fave.
Cool, there's some tips. All right, let's have a look in Gearbox. Welcome to Gearbox. I'm here with the DBX Venue 360. This is the latest update of the Drive Rack series. Now, anybody who's been in front of a PA probably in the last decade and a half has interacted with one of these processors before. So what they've done is accumulated their experience over years of making these affordable, easy to use processors for PAs and put it all together in one box. Now, in terms of connectivity, you've got 3 input XLRs on the back. That actually gives you 4 channels of AES or 3 channels of analog, depending on what you're doing. And you've got 6 outputs. All right, comrades, that's all for this week. We'll see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.